No one knew that I was a sex addict until the company's team-building exercise. I had forgotten to bring my medicine along for that night and was assigned to a tent with a male colleague. I was in tears as I climaxed right before his eyes, and now that there was no turning back, my impulses spiraled further away from control. Chapter 1. No one knew that I was a sex addict until the company's team-building exercise. I had forgotten to bring my medicine along for that night and was assigned to a tent with a male colleague. I was in tears as I climaxed right before his eyes, and now that there was no turning back, my impulses spiraled further away from control. Due to my addiction, my heart had been pounding the moment the supervisor came and told us we were staying the night at the hot springs. If I even had an instant of skin contact with a man, my libido would flare up in minor cases, and in worst cases, I would straight up get an orgasm. I had never told anyone because it was just so embarrassing, and when I was younger, I had presumed I'd simply get better once I was an adult. That was until I realized the symptoms were getting even more out of control, and there was that one time I almost moaned out loud in public. Fighting back the embarrassment that almost killed me, I went to the doctor and got some medicine. I had forgotten to bring my medicine as this team-building exercise was organized out of the blue, and very far from my home. Even as I fought against the fear eating me inside, warning myself to restrain myself and stay well behind, our supervisor suddenly announced, "Sorry guys, all the rooms have been booked but we have tents. There are many, so we're just going to have to make do. You're going to Dean's tent." And that was how we got to the situation right now, me, a sex addict with no meds within reach, following the burly man into the tent. I did my best to keep to a corner in the tent, biting my lip and closing my eyes, while telling myself to fall asleep as soon as I could before the last dosage lost effect. But that was when Dean came to me. "What's wrong?" Yes, I could feel his body warmth from my back, and my skin was already crawling. "Nothing. I'm fine. Motherwood, please, just stay away from me." But even as the stimulation extended from my skin to the rest of my body, I knew the pain was coming. I checked my phone and only saw that it was midnight, 6 hours since I had last taken my pills. It was losing effect soon. Chapter 2. My whole body was shuddering, while there was a warm stream gushing out between my legs. I kept my head buried between my legs and did my best not to look at Dean, for being a stank if they noticed my condition, and I couldn't bear to stay in the company at that point. Miles Hendricks, the other colleague in the tent, was already snoring out loud. I kept clenching my knuckles, my own nails digging into my palm. The pain calmed me somewhat, and I told Dean, "Sorry, I'm not distancing myself, I'm just not feeling well." Never could I have expected Dean to move toward me without another word, reaching out with his large, warm palm and pressing it over my forehead. Even as he held his palm steady, I found myself staring at his chest and nothing else. I could also see that distinct collarbone and chiseled chest under his shirt. I seemed to tighten at the very next second and orgasm amid my embarrassment, and the ensuing moan could barely be stifled. Worst of all, I was trembling even worse after I orgasmed, and Dean could clearly feel me shaking. "That's strange. Why are you so flushed? You don't even have a fever," he murmured, not giving up feeling my forehead and cheeks just then. I trembled even more and turned my face away, but it was the back of the tent right behind me. Having nowhere else to go, I clenched my jaw so I wouldn't moan again, even as I decided I couldn't stay in the sealed room when all I could smell was Dean. He wasn't a smoker, so his faint soapy and hormonal scent was especially recognizable. I could feel all the pores around my opening, as the orgasm left me painfully sensitive to everything. I pushed Dean away and sent him stumbling backward, while I scrambled to crawl out of my